That's the Vinnie Paul custom design. So for you young drummers out there you go. You need this, a razor knife and a fucking pair of gloves. You wouldn't believe, I mean, you can kind of tell by looking at it. But it is fucking sharp.
Wow, ich habe Vinnie Pauls Drumsticks auch mal anfassen dürfen. Und jetzt wasche ich mir nie wieder meine Hände.
Ich habe selten einen so liebevoll von der Band selbst dekorierten Backstage-Raum gesehen. Wir sind hier mit Chad von Hell Yeah.
Hi.
Let's talk about the album.
I think the new record is the best handle that we've had on what Hell Yeah is. You know what I mean? And I think the first two records, we were kind of like really hiding ourselves from ourselves. It's just weird to say, but it's like, you know, Vinnie had kind of changed his drum sound from what he had done in Pantera and Damage Plan. The starting of the new record was really as simple as like going, you're Vinnie Paul. Be fucking Vinnie Paul. You created that sound. It's not like you're stealing it from something. You can't steal it from yourself just because you were in Pantera. And I'm going to be Chad Gray. I'm not going to be like, oh, I can't do that because it sounds too much like Mudvayne or something, like with dissonant harmonies and more, you know, deeper lyrics and things like that. We're not trying to copy the things that we had done in the past, but at least allowing ourselves the idea to where if somebody's like, well, that kind of sounds like Mudvayne or whatever. Well, I was in Mudvayne, or that beat kind of sounds like a Pantera beat. Well, he was in fucking Pantera. You know, let it go.
Is that why you chose the title Band of Brothers?
Band of Brothers is just, you know, it started with us. I was a black sheep in my school, man. I mean, I was the kid with the long hair and fucking listening to Metallica and Slayer, you know, and you know, I came up with metal, and I love metal, and I loved anything dark and fuck you know, I loved it. As a metal lover, there are so many people like within this underground brotherhood that are the metal listeners and lovers of the world. That idea of just like walking down the street and seeing some dude across 3 or 4 lanes of traffic walking down the sidewalk the other way towards you or whatever, and he's wearing a fucking Slayer t-shirt, and you can just be like that, and they'll be like, what's up? You know what I mean? It's like fucking walking down the street in a suit, and there's some other dude over there in a suit. They're not like, hey, Bob. You know, they don't give a fuck. You know what I mean? Like we are a band of brothers, you know? So it goes so much farther than the 5 of us.
Let's talk about the album a bit more. There's one thing that actually made me raise an eyebrow. Why all the fade-outs?
Why all the fade-outs? I don't know.
You guys are great musicians. Didn't you come up with a proper ending for
a lack of a better stop? I don't know. Dude, I am in no way in charge of production shit. But thanks for raising that point.
Okay.
Thanks for reminding me. No. It sounds like a conversation I had with my band when we were mixing this fucking record. Can't we just go dun-dun-dun? Done.
Maybe.
Is it that fucking hard? Talk to them. They write the shit. I don't write it.
But you write the lyrics, do you?
Write all the vocals, yeah.
So
vocals, melodies, everything.
I think that alcohol is mentioned quite often. Is that true?
It's a theme. It's a theme of Hell Yeah. It is the theme of Hell Yeah. Yeah, we talk about booze a lot. But Dime was the one that said a hangover is inspiration. You know what I mean? So, which is a Pantera lyric, but it's actually a Dime expression. It's like a hangover's inspiration. You know, you wake up and you're kind of swimming in your head. You know what I mean? You're kind of like 2 steps away from yourself. You know, you're just kind of like looking at that guy going, you're a mess. I refused to drink on show days, and when we were in America on like a couple tours ago, I started that. And it was funny because I would only drink on nights going into days off. So I would have like that full day and then the other whole day to recover.
Yeah.
Or whatever. And it was working. Although I would drink enough on that night off to rival what everybody did for the last 3 nights. You know what I mean? So I would fucking still be up. The sun's coming up and I'm like up in the front sitting with the driver because nobody else is up. And I'm just fucking, you know, pounding beers and being an idiot.
Let's just talk about the drumsticks.
All right.
They seem very, 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 very custom made to me.
They're custom. They're Vinnie Paul custom.
So, what does he do?
So, basically, he plays with the back of his stick. So he has his drum tech take this stick and he puts it in like the edge of a case or something where it's pretty fixed. And then he's got a box cutter, like a razor knife, and he puts it right here and he just turns it down like that or whatever and twists it. So it cuts this in, then he does it again. And then obviously Vinny's got to wear drums Or Vinny's got to wear drums? Really? Vinny's got to wear gloves. You wouldn't believe. I mean, you can kind of tell by looking at it. But it is fucking sharp, you know, and that thing is not going anywhere. So, but yeah, he wears drums. But fuck, he plays a song, and these things are completely flattened out or whatever. And yeah, he goes through a lot of sticks, man. And he breaks a lot of sticks. So, and he throws a lot of sticks at me. So, yeah, but that's the Vinnie Paul custom design. So for you young drummers out there, there you go. You need this, a razor knife and a fucking pair of gloves.
Falls euch dieses Video gefallen hat, dann teilt es mit euren Freunden und klickt auf den Abo-Button. Jeden Dienstag und Freitag gibt es neue. Unsere heutige Frage an euch: Grüßt ihr auch immer Metaller auf der anderen Straßenseite, wenn sie ein Slayer-Shirt tragen? Falls ihr alles Mögliche von Hell Yeah, Mudvayne und natürlich Pantera haben wollt, das gibt's bei EMP. Klickt einfach auf den Link unten in der Beschreibung. Bis zum nächsten Mal, sagen Jan und Markus.